Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is episode 368 of Suicide Logs. And before we get into this, I just want to do a traditional woosah for everybody. So if we could all just take a second to breathe or drink water and just live in the moment and just appreciate being alive. That's good. That's good. I just uh, I just woke up a little bit earlier, even though this is the time that I probably should always be waking up. I woke up around 5:30, and I just laid in bed for like an hour. I don't think I fell asleep. I just laid in bed, and then I got up and decided, you know what? I'm just gonna clean the cat litter box. Nobody has eaten yet. All I've had was water. The dog is going berserk. I sent her in the back. She was too excited for food, so I sent her out. She wouldn't go take a dookie or piss last night, so I'm leaving her outside. The cat is being a little impatient, but I feel like now my cat is he's going on 5 years old. He'll be five in like less than 2 months, and I think he's finally understanding how the cat feeder works. And I think he's finally understanding what patience is. And him yapping at me isn't going to do anything but get me upset. So I think he's starting to learn. And I'm happy about that. Oh, hold on. Oh no. Should I take allergy pills? What the fuck? I pulled out a knife, and it's got stuff on it. It didn't look like the dishwasher thoroughly cleaned it. I've been using the dishwasher lately. And growing up, I hated the dishwasher. Even as a kid, I didn't fully believe that shit was cleaning it as well. And I still feel that way. I feel like cleaning it myself is better. I just I want to know what I did, you know? And I just don't trust putting it in a box and then closing it, and then it's all just gonna work out. I don't believe in that. So I'm gonna use up the last. I This is the last piece of bread, 2 pieces of bread that I have, and this is the last amount of what's it called? Peanut butter that I have. So these are the final scraps, and we're gonna pull this coffee out. Ooh, it's sizzling. It is hot and ready for my stomach. There we go. It's a good amount. Yes, sir. You hear that sizzle? Inside coffee, boy. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit of creamer, because I'm not a man. I can't drink my coffee black. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to give it that. This isn't even. Oh, it is Starbucks. Wow. Starbucks Zero. That zero shit has taken over the world, hasn't it? They got zero everything. Pretty soon they're gonna have fucking zero steak. Probably already do with those meatless patties and shit like that. Meatless steaks. All right, everybody. Cheers. That first sip feeling. You know it. You love it. You want it. Let's appreciate it. Just the right amount. Just the right amount. Maybe it could use a little bit more creamer, but I will leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. And I'm going to make this peanut butter sandwich. I was going to make turkey bacon, but I'm not feeling it. It's probably good for me, but I'm not feeling it right now. So The breakfast is a peanut butter sandwich and some coffee. I don't have I don't have a banana. I wish I did. If I had a banana, I would eat that as well. I've been feeling on my grind lately. I just really have. Damn, dude. I'm really scraping the peanut butter here. I remember when I bought this jar, I was like, damn, this is gonna last me a while. And it fucking did. When does this even expire? October of next year. And we're in March. So I'm happy about that. Damn, dude. This is gonna be a skimpy ass peanut butter sandwich. Oh no. Hold on. I'm on the walls, dude. I'm on the walls. Let's get this over with, guys. I need to let you know that I have not been thinking about killing myself. I think I said that last episode. I want to make it clear from that last episode until now, I have not been thinking about killing myself. And what more could you ask for, man? What more could you ask for? Life's good, you know? The trash is being taken. I hear the garbage men hard at work. Um, I've got coffee. I've got a peanut butter sandwich. Yeah, I'm running out, but I can always go to the store and get more. Things are good. My girl's been kind of going like I almost said schizophrenic. That's not the word. I don't want to make fun of a serious issue here. She's going a little cuckoo, thinking it's the end of the world. I don't. What is it called? There was this guy. I don't know if I ever talked about it in this podcast, but when I was in high school, there was a guy who lived down the street from the school, and I was in high school around 2011. I think there was like some day where they thought the world was gonna end. Like they thought Judgment Day was fucking May 14, 2011 or some shit like that. I remember that day vividly actually. I think I have a scar on my back cuz I was rolling down some hills like a fucking goofball on the last day. Yeah, on that day I bought Arizona and Skittles or something. Arizona and gummy worms with my two friends. One of them's not my friend anymore. Not my choice. He doesn't like me anymore, but that's all right. And I just remember rolling down the hill and just yelling, "I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be famous one day." I used to cringe at that, but it's whatever. Now it's just I like the self belief I had in myself. Oh, but yeah, there was this guy who lived across the street from my school, and he like painted his house and put signs all fucking over his house, talking about the end is near, the rapture is coming, you will all pay, etc., etc. And nothing happened. Nothing happened, and I always kind of think, sorry, getting the water. I always kind of think how embarrassing, what the fuck would that guy think of himself? He probably spent all kinds of money. And so I had a friend who lived near there, and I asked about him. I was like, "You remember that guy?" He's like, "Dude, I drove by there the other day, and I saw that the cops were there. Nazi, Nazi, not doing well." So some people just never change, dude. He's just on his shit. That's all right. I'm just glad that guy's not in my fucking family or anything. Anywho, I mentioned that because my girl's going crazy, talking about we need a generator. The rapture's coming. She's she's not even on TikTok, but they still get to her through Instagram and YouTube. And my friends and people who I hear who are always on the TikTok are always talking about, dude, no, TikTok is just like levels above what any other algorithm can get you. Okay, well, I'm just glad I'm not on it. And in my girl's algorithm, it's just Christianity brain rot, and it's just the end is near, da da da, and all this stuff. And she was like, we need a generator. These people, she can't explain who these people are, but they're explaining that there's going to be like kind of like the coronavirus, but instead of the coronavirus, it's going to be the internet. And the internet's not going to work. The electricity, it's like a big EMP or some shit. So she's like, we need a generator, we need candles, we need food. Um, which is true. We do need, we need we need a bunker. I'm sure the fucking one percenters have bunkers. They've got their places to go to. So, let me have some more coffee. Food's coming from my animals in 8 minutes. Once the cat gets his, I give the dog hers. Who's texted me? There's something I wanted to say. Christianity. Christianity brain rot. Yeah, the other day I just straight up asked my girl, I was like, do you think you're dumb? And she's like, excuse me? I was like, no, honest question. Do you think you're dumb? Just with everything, all your experience, do you think, you're old enough to just know if you're dumb or not? And I've assessed that for myself, obviously. And she's like, yeah, I think on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like really smart, millionaire, just genius, and 1 being retarded. She's like, I think I'm a 5. And I thought she was shooting kind of high. I thought I'm not shooting high, shooting kind of low. I thought she was going to say at least 6 or 7, but then she said she was a 5. And I hope that her assessing that or me asking, it's like, dude, don't be gullible, Like, don't, dumb people get taken advantage of, So don't fall for the brain rot, Don't fall for the adult brain rot that is Christianity or just religion. Think for yourself. And then of course they're gonna have this rule. No, that's how. If you think for yourself, if you that's how you go to hell. It's like you gotta obey the rules. Oh, how convenient for these fucking people, huh? How convenient. Um, and then she went on. I didn't even ask. And then she went on to talk about me. She's like, for you, I think you're like a 5.4. I was like, I fucking think I'm a 6, but all right, all right. It's kind of crazy how, off the top of my head, I feel like people value how they how attractive they are rather than how intelligent they are. Okay, guys, podcast is gonna get loud. I am going to eat this peanut butter sandwich. This is probably like how many calories? This is probably like a little over 200. It's probably like 250 or something like that. It's a light layer of peanut butter. This is the best I could do. I got the end of the sandwich or the end piece of the bread that nobody likes, but I actually like the end piece. Mm. Mm. Why would you want to kill yourself when you can make a peanut butter sandwich with chunky peanut butter, you know? Mm. 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 Oh yeah. Let's wash it down with some water. It's a clear day. Not a cloud in sight. Wow. 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 That felt good. Mm. Yeah, I don't need turkey bacon right now. Mm. 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 Let's wash it down with some coffee. I bought a Rain the other day. I don't know if you know the energy drinks. I haven't had one of those in a while. Dude, I remember, I think it was episode 2 of this podcast, I was drinking a Bang. I think episode 2 of this is called Bang, I think. Back in 2018 to 2019, I would have Bang energy drinks like coffee, dude, just every day at my desk at work, drinking a Bang, just fucking shake it, ready to sock somebody in the fucking face, dude. Ready to put my fucking boss in an armbar, honestly. Just had this flash of like, why the fuck am I talking to myself, you know? Just like mental illness. But I think I'm just embracing it, you know? People walk around with cameras and almost drop it. Oh, I almost dropped you guys, but they know they're talking to the internet when they're about to upload it, you know? I don't know. Like I still do things like a vlogger, YouTuber, podcaster, whatever, but I don't. I feel like I don't really plaster it as much on the internet as much as or shove it down people's throats, but I still feel like I'm shoving it down people's throats when I'm doing it in public, like if I'm making skate videos or like the other day I was recording at the gym. It's like, am I obnoxious? But then there's another part of me is like, I really don't care. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just making my activities more fun. And that's it. I'm take a bite of the sandwich. I was going to talk about Rain. I forgot. There was some. Oh, Whole Foods. I'll try to remember Whole Foods. Let me take one more bite. So the internet has convinced me never to have like chicken from the deli at Whole Foods because I've seen way too many pictures and videos of people biting into it and it's just raw. It's just like pink. I recently just started shopping at Whole Foods. I never, I think the first time I went into a Whole Foods, the first time in my life was like last year. And it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it'd be, for some reason, I thought it'd be bigger. But when I'm in there, it makes sense. It's kind of like a Sprouts. That's like the best way to put it. It's kind of like a Sprouts, Trader Joe's hybrid. But for some reason, my ass thought like Whole Foods was like a fucking Walmart or something. I don't know. But then like the second I got in there and realized it wasn't huge, I was like, well, duh. The fuck are they gonna fill this place up with? And so, dude, yeah, I've been having the bananas from Whole Foods. Those are some of the best bananas I've ever had in my life. Those are so good. And they got some good shit there. Except even their pizza. The pizza's actually pretty good, but I would never indulge in their chicken. Oh, look at that. The food is ready. So that means it's time for the dog to eat. The automatic feeder. You love it. There's no automatic feeder for the dog. I was always asking, like, patience is important. The cat was patient today, the dog wasn't. So like the automatic feeder's in this like jar. The cap isn't that hard to take off, and I always wonder, you know, if if me and my girl were to die in a fucking tragic plane crash or a car accident, how long would it take for my cat to figure out to knock the fucking thing over so all the food comes out? Will he ever figure it out, or will he just die? That is my question. I gotta get. It's 20 minutes. Do I really have another? Do I really have another 40 in me? Probably not. I'm probably gonna leave soon. It's a quick podcast. We talked about the end of the world. We talked about what's your stance on religion. I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers if you listen to this and you're very religious, but it's just, I feel like the most respectful way to go about how I go about what I said is just, oh, you'll come around, you know? But then that's it. Leave it at that. Oh, you'll come around, and just hope and pray that I fucking join your cult. And I feel like the negative way is to try and fucking lecture me and so this has been going around for such a long time. No fucking shit. No fucking shit, dude. You think I've never heard that before? What's going on? Yeah, my girl was lecturing me about fucking shit that I've already seen on the Christianity brainwash. She's been going to church and they were talking about, God is accepting of all people. It's like, yeah, but not gay people, apparently at your fucking church. But they were talking about Noah was a drunk, Noah drank every day while he was building the ark. I was like, oh, was he Mexican? And I started talking about, oh, we're Mexican. When were Mexican people even invented, Yeah. It's a beautiful day. I see the birds out. It's looking kind of windy. It's looking a little bit windier than I would like. At least some of these trees. I don't like that. I don't like wind. Didn't do any skateboarding yesterday. Trying to take a little bit of a break. I feel I could do it, but I think the smart thing to do is just let my body chill a little bit. Maybe I could roll around. Just get comfortable on the board is what they say. But a trick that I'm really kind of itching to learn is the impossible. Seems like a trick that doesn't really have any prerequisites to learn except for maybe a pop shove it. Maybe like no complies. There we go. Talking about skateboarding. Shit that probably nobody's understanding right now, but yeah, the impossible I remember was a trick in the Tony Hawk games where I just thought, it was just so intimidating. It looked so cool. The name was impossible. I didn't really see people do it in traditional skateboarding, so I was just like, yeah, that's something I'm never gonna do. We're gonna stick to kick flips and pop shove-its. But now I'm 30, I'm thinking, I think I could do this. And if I learn that, that's gonna be, that's gonna be magic right there. That's gonna be magic. Shit, what's crazy? The impossible in the video games is easier to do than 360 flips. I need to get my head out of these video games logics because it doesn't really quite work that way. Well, let me finish this bite. I'm gonna wrap it up and just end things a little soon. Maybe wrap it up with a little 5 minute set here. And I'm just gonna enjoy the silence like a normal person. Not really in the mood to talk to no one. This podcast makes me kind of realize how alone you are. When I say you, I'm just speaking about people in general, myself and the listener. And I've been alone a big part of my life. I feel like I've experienced loneliness and just being alone a little bit more than the average person. But I think I've experienced it just enough to appreciate it. Because there are some people who never learned to be alone in their life, and it cripples them. Now, I'm not talking alone like I was in the foster care system, you know. Like I said, just the average person. The average person has fucking parents. Not these I'm not talking about these freaks. I'm talking about normal people with parents that didn't get divorced and had multiple children. And their kids went to school and they had friends and they had relationships. That's a normal person, by the book. So I think I experienced a little bit less than that. My parents were together. All they had was me. I never had a girlfriend all through grade school. I My parents worked. I stayed home alone. There was a lot of alone time. There was a lot. Hold on, you hear that? There was a lot of that going on in my life. You hear that? If you listen close enough, you can hear the the water fountain for my animals in the back, and that was my childhood too. Right now, all I have to do is just be in silence, and it takes me back to my childhood, and it's just me and my thoughts. And some people can't handle that. Some people need to surround themselves with as many people as possible because they're weak and they can't handle the heaviness of loneliness. I don't like the word loneliness because loneliness, it kind of just sounds negative. You could just say being alone. I don't know. Loneliness is like, or like lonely or loneliness, that sounds like, oh, I need somebody, you know? There's a difference. I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that. Uh, Something about being alone. Uh, some people have a hard time with their parents. They had a hard time just with their family. And they're just, you know, every day it was just yelling and and crying and complaining, and a lot of the times it had nothing to do with them. It was just their background noise. And they're like, one day I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna fucking marry somebody and move to Georgia or some shit, you know? And I guess it's how you look at it, you know? It's like, look how far I've came. Look how much I had to do. I had to travel all the way across the country, or move, or fucking marry into some family or do something just so you could listen to this silence. And then you throw a wrench in the whole fucking thing and have a baby. And then for the next 18 years it's just I was watching Drake and Josh last night, and it was the episode where they were like babysitting, and the baby was crying. They couldn't get it to stop crying, so they just kind of resort to crying next to the baby. And I feel like that would be me, dude. If my baby won't stop crying, I change its diaper. I fucking burped it. I fucking tried to feed it. I tried to rock it. I tried to talk to it. I would just turn this fucking microphone on and just for a whole hour till it stops. Ugh. Man, what episode number is that gonna be when I have a baby on here? I'm for sure gonna record that. I'm for sure just gonna be like, guys, I'm thinking about fucking killing myself. It's been 3 fucking days. I haven't slept. It's trash day. I'm really tempted to fucking just chop this baby up and just put a bunch of like cement and grass in the compost or whatever. Just, get away with it. Just get away with it. What if Chris Benoit was a good person? Like, what if his wife was just a fucking bitch, huh? Nobody talked about that. Nobody talks about what caused him to snap. Because I don't think there was any, like, weird manic episodes or anything going on before it, you know? He did it in his own home. He didn't even do it in the damn. Like, these wrestlers, man, they're on the road fucking 500 days out of the year. You'd think he'd kill himself in a hotel or fucking overdose like a normal celebrity. But no, he had to wait till he had some fucking annual leave so he could be at home. He probably wanted to be at home and enjoy his time with his family, and his wife was just like, can you do this? Can you shovel the snow off the fucking driveway? You fucking do a diving headbutt off the top of the hell in a cell, and you can't even get on the top of the house and shovel snow off our house in where they live, Georgia or Alaska? I don't fucking know. That's the worst, dude. That's the shit that does make you want to kill you when you're at work, or the worst thing anybody can tell you, especially anybody, is when you get off of work, oh, you want me to get off work and do more work that doesn't pay me? Oh, when you get off work, I was getting so fucking mad yesterday, dude. I was cooking the air. I was trying my best. I was like, it's about me. It's about how I handle things. I was trying my best to have fun, but in my head, I was like, I'm telling the fucking podcast this. Dude, I got off work, and I was like, let's just eat at home. Let's eat at home. Let's not spend money. Let's not go to Pan Express and spend $11 on a plate, which is not 11.63, which is not a bad price for a plate at Pan Express. Let's be real. Minimum wage in California is like what, $15 now? Okay, it's not even an hour's worth of work at McDonald's for a fucking plate for one meal. Technically, you're supposed to have three a day. Let me drink some coffee for this, dude. I'm fucking fired up for this shit. So I go home. I pull out the air fryer. Not a fan of the air fryer. Not a. I love it. It's supposed to be convenient, but this thing is just fucking huge. It's heavy. I don't have space to put it anywhere. So when I put it away somewhere, it's in the most. I'm playing fucking Jenga or fucking Tetris to get the damn thing in there. So when it's time to get it out, I can't get it out. So when I put the air fryer in a fucking cupboard you know what I'm saying. I leave it there because I don't want to take it out. I'm like, that was a fucking whoo, you know? But after months, I was like, let's take the fucking air fryer. Let's do it. You know, I even looked at my oven and I stared at it for a little bit. You know, like, let's just put the fucking, let's put the chicken in the oven. And I was like, no, I don't want to. I'm always using, let's use the air fryer. Let's give the oven a break, you know? And I'm already using the stove to fry French fries in the canola oil because I want to fry French fries. I don't know if you ever make fries in an air fryer. It's dry. It doesn't work. I mean, it works. You can eat it, but it's just like it's. There's no soul in it. I need oil in my fries, man. And so, wow, this podcast is getting kind of good, actually. Um, and I pull out this air fryer after God knows how long. It's been like 6 months or whatever. And there's fucking old fries in there. It's hella dirty, man. I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta clean this shit. I gotta get the fucking, these big ass fucking pots. And then I'm fucking short as shit and I can't get the canola oil on top of the top cupboard or whatever. And then I'm cleaning it. I'm cleaning it. It's been so long. The fucking gunk is not coming off of it. I do a half-ass job. And then a part of me was like, fuck it, dude. This needs to sit. You need to soap it, rinse it, leave the fucking thing in there to sit. I was like, I'm not gonna let it sit because if I let it sit, it's just gonna be a big mess in my sink for how many days until I decide to pick up where I left off. So I said, fuck this shit. We're doing it right now. We're cleaning it. I'm using this air fryer. And in my head, as I'm cleaning this air fryer, I was like, man, 1163 for a plate at Pan Express don't sound too bad right now. I'm about to throw this fucking air fryer out of the fucking house. It was a gift though, so I didn't do it. It was a gift from my parents. I love my parents. But there was a little, and then I just have some PTSD. One time I had a bad day at work or something, and I think I worked like fucking 12 hours or something. I pulled out the air fryer, and I just wasn't happy. I just wasn't happy, and so I just kind of was thinking about that. And I was like, I'm fucking off work right now, and I'm spending 40 fucking minutes cleaning this. It's supposed to be instant. It's not instant. You know, it's instant going through the fucking drive-through at Pan Express. Hey, but moral of the story, the uh the food was good. It took me 40 minutes, but the food was good. I was really happy with my cooking. I was really happy with the air fryer. And and then I started thinking about fucking Chris Benoit. And I was just like, when you get home from wrestling, can you do this? And he probably just fucking, damn it, and fucking hung himself, dude. It kind of makes sense. R.I.P. But it kind of makes sense, you know? Maybe he didn't have brain damage. Maybe he had a fucking bitchy wife. You ever think about that? And then the kid got in the fucking crossfire. I don't know, man. Dude, there is something, though, that I wanted to find. I could have swore that there was, like, a voicemail from his son. And his son was calling him Pooh Bear. And I really want to find that. But I don't know if I'm tripping. I think that's a good bit. It's been enough years. It's been like 20 something years, you know? Talk about Chris Benoit. I gotta write this down. For you guys, I'm gonna write that down right now. I have a lot of jokes in my phone that I haven't put on my joke book. Because I'm trying to be a traditional comedian and write my jokes down. And it really helps, you know? I'll open this book up and be like, oh yeah, I fucking forgot about that. Fuck. This joke book in here. It's the last thing. When you get off of work and No, when I get off of work, I want to do what the fuck I want to do. Oh, I fucking hate that shit. That's all right. What's today's date? I still have some coffee. Oh yeah, there's a joke. Here's a joke that I already said it. You can find it on my previous podcast. I'm not going to repeat it. What if Chris Benoit didn't have brain damage? What if he just had a bitchy wife? He killed himself. I liked what I said about he killed himself in his house and not at a hotel like a normal celebrity. Instead of ODing or hanging himself in a hotel like a normal spell celebrity right? I don't know. Isn't it crazy how Anthony Bourdain apparently killed himself over a bitch? That's so weak. That is so fucking weak, dude. You're Anthony Bourdain. Fucking everybody posted. Everybody wants to suck your dick, dude. Everybody loves you. They loved you before you fucking died. Now they just love you even more now that you're fucking dead, dude. You're so weak. He wasn't even a black belt. He was a fucking blue belt or some shit, dude. He probably wasn't even good at jiu-jitsu. He was a fucking poser. He just showed up, fucking pulled guard, took some pictures. I do jiu-jitsu. Oh, I like to travel. Oh, I eat food. What a fucking good life you had. You couldn't handle it? You went around the world sampling shit? Your whole world was Costco. His whole world was Costco. He just went around the world sampling shit, sampling women too, probably. And then some bitch left him and he fucking hung himself like a fucking pussy. I'll say it. That's bitch shit. I don't respect him. You know why? He killed himself. My dad always had a problem with him too because he never went to the Philippines. Because he thought we were dirty jungle Asians or something, huh? That's why he fucking killed himself. He was too weak. He couldn't even handle the Philippines. Couldn't even handle a bitch leaving him. You know who's a good fucking world sampler? George Zimmerman. Wait. Is that his name? Who? I feel like that's the name of the guy who killed Trayvon Martin. George. There's this there's this fucking bald white guy, fat bald white guy. He doesn't get credit. George Zimmerman. I got to get out of here. I'll see y'all later. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good day. Bye.